Hi, I'm Dan from the and today I'm covering Wolverine Old Man Logan. Wolverine Old Man Logan is a comic book set in an alternate Marvel future where all the heroes have died and been killed off, or most of them have, and the thing is, the villains have taken over. There's like different groups and clans of different villains that we see throughout the book. One in particular that we meet is actually the Red Skull. But the story of this is basically we meet Wolverine when he's gotten really old. You know, as you can see here, the thing is that's what Wolverine looks like. He ends up living a happy life with a wife and family, and he ends up having to pay money to these people known as the Hulks. The Hulks are pretty much these central antagonists or dual antagonists of the story. What they are basically these murderous cannibals, kind of. They eat human flesh, and the thing is, they are very violent in what they do, but also they're very inbred, so to say. They tend to look like Hulks, as you can see them right here. They kind of have like that hillbilly aesthetic. You know, they are basically the product of incest between Hulk and She-Hulk. For those who don't know, She-Hulk is Hulk's cousin. In this universe, basically they ended up having a bunch of kids, so the thing is they're all inbred and weird. Anyways, the thing is, people have been forced by them to pay money so that way they won't mess with them. They're not paying money for their protection, they're paying money to be protected from them. So Wolverine basically gets a job from Hawkeye, who is one of the few surviving heroes, to do a job that might give him money to help pay and save his family. Eventually things go bad, and Wolverine, who has not popped his claws out in years, ends up having to pop his claws out again, and goes by the name of Wolverine once more, and the thing is, ends up having to kill in order to save his family. Anyways, the Wolverine Old Man Logan storyline is just an interesting look at like the future of like if all the heroes had died, because the world is just a vast landscape of just desert. And there's also little cool things in the background, like I think in one scene, like they're driving by, like there's a whole sentinel body out in just the desert, just lying there. So yeah, it's kind of cool view of like a weird dystopian future for Marvel characters. There aren't many heroes, as I mentioned. Many of them have died. There is like Hawkeye, there is Wolverine. There's also a few others too. But basically, if you're a fan of Marvel and like you like dystopian stuff, I definitely recommend checking out Old Man Logan. It's a really good story. I explained basically the premise of the plot, but there's more to it than that. And the thing is, I definitely recommend reading it. Till next time, keep reading.